Hi everyone, this is Mihail Jew, and I would like to share and invite you to my upcoming 3-month group immersion starting very soon in Nevada City, but it's at a time that is both in person as well as online. And it's at a time that is also suitable for people in Europe or other parts of the world. So see information here below as when it starts and costs and all of that. But what I want to say is that, first of all, this circle of being somatic shadow work, it's a hybridization of 30 years of my own authentic, sincere seeking and practicing of starting with various Eastern teachings connected to the process of awakening, becoming more conscious, enlightenment. So studying all of this, and in the last 15 years, opening more into the process of healing and psychotherapy, psychology, shadow work, Jungian, Gestalt, processing trauma. So the circle of being somatic shadow work is a hybridization of what I have found to be the most effective teachings, practices, tools to help in the process of developing a harmonious development of men and women. All of this I have found to be the most useful in the process of conscious evolution. And this process of conscious evolution, I have found that it requires at least three or not 4 different aspects of growth. And I only found this more recently, and that's why I'm really happy to offer this model of working on oneself, which is not mine. That's what's special about it. I didn't come up with it. All of this stuff, these are knowledge, teaching practices coming from men and women that reached a higher level of consciousness, sages, masters, really wise psychologists or therapists. And although they are not mine, I have integrated them in myself. I have tested them, I have worked with them, I have verified them as them being true and working on myself and many, many clients. Yeah? So, and coming back to this 3-month module is that what I discovered that to be a more thorough, successful work on oneself towards inner peace, towards causeless happiness, towards inner harmony within, towards inner freedom, towards awakening and healing, in order to do that, one needs to walk on 3, if not 4 lines of work overall at the same time. And I am surprised, and I am this information has been confirmed, being exposed to Ken Wilber's integral model of working on oneself, which includes 4 lines: waking up, waking up, cleaning up, growing up, and showing up. In the past, people would use, or people will go on one line very deep, going on the line of waking up. Other people will go on the line of cleaning up. They might not know that that's what they are doing, but all of this psychological work, psychological processing, psychological goes into cleaning up. Other people go into men's work or women's work or kind of growing up. But ultimately, it's necessary to wake up, work on all of these lines at the same time. So that's what I'm planning to do. And I want to share briefly about each line. So, waking up has to do with these Eastern teachings connected to developing ability to be more present, to be more mindful, to be in the here and now, keeping the attention in the present moment and being present to whatever is in the present moment at the level of the thoughts. So witnessing thoughts, but not getting lost all day, every day in daydreaming, noticing feelings yet not letting them develop into stories, or not letting them take us into a washing machine, but also not repressing them. So witnessing the feelings as they are, letting them be, being present to our environment. So this mindfulness, this discovery of presence, which is realizing that there's something here which is not just a thought or a feeling, it's this aware being, discovering of our being. And they're all kind of practices and knowledge going deeper and deeper that is connected to waking up, ultimately helping us realize experientially what is it that I am. Yeah. So this waking up goes very deep. But in order to really go deep and really get what this type of work has to offer, it is important to engage in the different type of work, which is cleaning up. Cleaning up is connected to becoming aware of our pain body, accumulated suffering from our childhood, from our ancestors, these deficiency identities, painful limiting beliefs about ourselves, about the world, a lot of unfelt feelings, trauma, shock that our system is full of. So we are kind of bogged down into some kind of psychological, painful, psycho-emotional, energetic structure. And then if we just work on being present and being mindful, waking up, this brings some relief. But ultimately, if we need to face these things, we need to meet it and somehow dismantle them, loosening them up. Otherwise, it may contribute to spiritual bypassing. We are trying to transcend, avoiding our human, and one gets stuck. So cleaning up is connected to healing, to bringing this awareness, to investigate, discovering, investigating, and challenging these painful limiting beliefs. Learning how to be with painful feelings, learning how to unpack our ego and our various sub-personalities and to realize whatever subconscious utility in each one of them. And in this process of bringing awareness to our pain body and suffering, and in the process it loosens up, it releases, and we are more free, more as we are meant to be. Yeah. Now, as a result of doing waking up effort and growing up, waking up effort and cleaning up effort, now we are going to grow up naturally. Yeah. If we have less lies, less conditioning, less programming, less this holding ourselves back, inauthenticity, emotional repression, patterns of not being fully oneself. When we have less of that, then we are going to actually grow up as our essence, as what's our authentic nature. We have some innate qualities. We will discover a sense of mission, a sense of purpose, and as well the excitement and the power to apply it. So growing up happens naturally, and part of growing up naturally after we do some waking up and cleaning up. Part of growing up is to grow up, grown-up adult, conscious adult, is to have a sense of integrity, to have a sense of knowing oneself thoroughly and knowing all kind of parts, watching over self-sabotage and keeping oneself in track. Part of growing up is to have a sense of emotional literacy. I can read what my energy body is saying. I can be guided by my emotions rather than be taken for a spin by my emotions. There's a sense of accountability. Yeah, when we fuck up or we go astray or we break our word or our agreements, we can skillfully process, learn from it, grow. So we are taking accountability. There is a sense of integrity. There is a sense of being comfortable with my emotions, with other people's emotions. And ultimately, a sign of integrated, awake, cleaned up, grown up adult is that there is a sense of inner peace, inner freedom, and a sense of lovingness, being ability to share love, to feel this kind of benevolence towards all beings, towards all life, including oneself, and having the ability to share love, to receive love, enjoy relationships. So that's what my work is about, combining skillfully these 3 lines of work. Actually, there's a 4th line. Ken Wilber talks about when all of this is happening, waking up, cleaning up, growing up, then now one is going to show up in the world, show up powerfully, fully. So in this 3-month period, which is both in person as well as online, we are going to each week have a set of knowledge that is relevant, that we want to test and verify for ourselves, certain practices, certain homework. So the Circle of Being Somatic Shadow Work 3-month module will act as a dynamic kind of map and guidance to walk a certain inner territory. And there will be homework, there will be support. And what's important is that one cannot do this work by yourself, reading books, staying in your room, or watching videos. It's really important to work with other like-minded people in a context of a safe, loving, non-judgmental container. We can't see all aspects of ourselves by ourselves. That's why we need other people. This is a universal principle on many traditions. And yeah. And this is, who is this for? Yeah, this is for people who maybe worked with me in the past and then you took some time off and you feel like the need to boost your inner work. Or maybe you've been watching these videos and all the videos I put on YouTube, which are actually taken out of groups, taken out of context, and you are kind of curious about what I'm doing and you feel it's for you. There's any sense of, it's for people who have a sense of dissatisfaction about just overall this materialistic level of living life. You feel like something is missing, something is not quite right. Or you just have plain suffering, psychological suffering, energetic, emotional suffering, mental, that you have reached a certain level of maturity that you know that you can't blame them anymore, you can't blame yourself. It's just some type of work necessary for you. And whatever suffering is happening, whatever problem is happening, that's more like that's your training, yeah? So I'm here to really to support conscious evolution in anybody, and reach out to me. It's starting very soon. And look forward to meet you. Ciao, ciao.